Hello everyone, it is Public Studs, and welcome to Ask the Stud, episode 4. Now, we have a lot to get into in this episode, but first I'm going to ask you all to hit the like button and subscribe. The huge thing on the like button, we need to get this video to 500 likes. It would be appreciated and would mean the world to me. And a few quick things I would like to note before we get into this video. There is a massive supply chain shortage incoming because of lots of reasons, but basically LEGO sets are going to be moving off shelves very fastly in the next coming weeks. So if you are a parent and you are watching this video, please, right now, go out and buy your kids their Christmas presents, or if you need to do any holiday shopping, get it done now because the massive shortage is coming. So I just wanted to warn you all, and I want to keep being proactive about telling everyone so that way nobody misses out this Christmas. Also, if you would like to enter your submissions and ask a question for the next episode, remember to comment it down below, and I will be happy to answer it. But with that said, we're going to get right on into it. So we've got a lot of questions from you guys, and I'm really excited to get into this all, and we're going to start off actually with a channel member question. Now, channel members get first dibs on asking questions because they have press the little join button down below. It's only 99 cents a month. That would mean the world to me, and I'd love to have you on. We have a great little community going there. Yeah. So anyway, we are going to start with that, and he is asking me about the new LEGO Star Wars value pack set, and he's asking what are my thoughts on it. Now, I believe he's referring to the new one that was just revealed, the 3-in-1. Now, these are these big sets that they usually sell at Costco. And you know, this one's coming with Luke Skywalker's land speeder, Obi-Wan Kenobi's hut, and the duel on Mustafar. Now, I think this is a pretty exciting thing that they're doing this. Now, while I think, you know, it's a crappy figure selection, I would have much rather seen a bigger value pack, like with the Final Force Battle Pack, the AAT, and Bo-Katan Starfighter, or something cool like that. That would have been much better in my opinion. But it is what it is. You know, here we obviously did the Skywalker Adventure Pack. And, you know, you're getting Luke again, and you're getting Obi-Wan and Anakin. Now, two of these sets are actually kind of already retired. They're all kind of retired already. The Anakin versus Obi-Wan, that's been retired, so if you have not gotten that, this is a great thing to get. Again, usually these come out at Costco. You're getting the Obi-Wan's hut. This is a great, you know, just all-around thing, and as a collector, I'm going to be buying this just because that big box art design they usually go for a little bit more like in the future, so just like as a pure value item, I'd buy it. And you know, these are probably going to be going for like $50, just looking at it, $50, $60, $59.99 is probably the price range you're going. And you're also getting 8 minifigures, which isn't bad if you include R2-D2. So let's move into the next question from Weekly Brix, hashtag Ask the Stud. With LEGO making 4 new CMF series next year, Series 22, The Muppets, and 2 to be determined, what do you think the other 2 series will be? Now, I've contemplated this a lot, and after looking at different movie and show schedules, here is my conclusion. Now, we have 2 mystery series. Obviously, we have the Muppet one and the CMF Series 22, and we've usually had the continuation of these being licensed themed. They've been doing that a lot recently. And here are my predictions. Assuming the Office set comes out next year, which it might not, but if there is an Office set, we are certainly going to get a CMF series of some sort. I think that would make a ton of sense. I don't think they're going to be able to squeeze in every character. There are a lot of main characters in the show, and I think that the way to do that would be through making a CMF series for the Office, and I think that would be the one that would come out later in the year. Like this Office set, if it comes out, will probably be in October, November type timeline, and that would be just great to see. You know, you can see all your favorite Office characters. There's been plenty of drafts for these types of things, and obviously I'm very excited about The Office. I did a whole video on the new Ideas set. Not many people watched it, but still. And then the other one, and a lot of the people in the insider community on the LEGO News don't believe this, but I'm still strong. I still strongly believe, and I'll probably be proven wrong, but I think that there will be a Star Wars CMF series next year. I just think it's too perfect. It's going to be based on the shows. Marvel shows are not going to be as crazy as they have been this year, next year. So, you know, we could technically see a Marvel one, I guess, again, a Marvel Series 2, but I think it would make way more sense to see Star Wars. We got the Bad Batch Season 2, we've got the Book of Boba Fett, we've got Kenobi, we've got Andor, so much stuff, possibly even Mando Season 3 and Ahsoka. I mean, come on, guys. This is a pretty no-brainer. I'm pretty sure even Acolyte is coming out next year, which is another Star Wars project, and I feel like, you know, LEGO has to do this. There's no way they're going to be covering every show enough in LEGO set form, and I think just a CMF series makes a ton of sense. Now, next up, we have a question from Black Nintendo. If we were to have a Clone Wars set return, what would it be? Now, when I think Clone Wars, I'm thinking like early 2008, like from the Clone Wars movie. But I guess you could refer to all of that, because obviously I'd say like the Umbaran heavy tank, because that would just make a ton of sense, and I'd love to see that. But I want to kind of go back a little bit, because like, you know, those are still like I consider more recent Clone Wars sets. But I would love to go back in time, and I'm gonna exclude battle packs completely also. But I'm just thinking purely to like the 2008 wave, I would love to see the Twilight redone. I know it's not really a relevant ship, but I always kind of like the design. A lot of people didn't like it, but I always thought it was a nice big old ship. And I really would like to see something along that lines come back to LEGO Star Wars. I'd love to see that. The obvious answer obviously also would be a gunship or a ATTE of some sort, but you know, that's, I don't think, you know, I'd rather see that in a different version. And I'd love to see the Twilight again. If I had to choose one from a more modern Clone Wars set, again, I'd love to see the Umbaran heavy tank thing, the giant thing with the cannon, and Ahsoka and the Umbaran troopers, and obviously the AV-7 would be pretty great to see. I do not own an AV-7, but I would love to own one. And yeah, let's move into the next question. Now, this is from Spinjitzu Tube. What subscriber milestone were you most excited for when you hit it? Now, I think I have to say the most excited subscriber milestone will be 25,000 if you hit that subscribe bell right now. No, I'm just kidding, but I would love to hit 25,000, by the way. But seriously, 10K was a fantastic milestone for me. 1,000 was great, too. 1,000, I was just like endeared by that, because it was really fast growth from then on, and like my channel just soared after 1,000. I was so endeared by that. But after working hard, like I really worked hard for 10,000, and when I hit it, it was fantastic. Now, this little lull period between 20 and 25,000 has been very dreadful. Like, I just want to zoom right there, and it's taking a while, but we'll get there. I'd like to certainly hit, you know, 25, 30,000 before the end of the year. And obviously, 10,000 was great. You guys can go back. I did a live stream when I hit it. Oh, those were the times. That was probably my most celebrated milestone too. And that was just a great milestone. I really, really enjoyed hitting 10,000 subscribers. Now, Mando811 asked a question, and there's one thing I want to hit on actually. We already covered half of this in this episode. So he said, do you think that the Republic fighter tank rumor is real? Thanks. And now, I've gotten a lot of talk about this, because the original rumor was this was supposed to come out in winter, so it's 75325, and that didn't end up panning out to be the case. Now, I kind of always suspected that. I didn't think they were going to do any prequel sets. I had a feeling it was going to be a summer set. But yes, I do think that this is going to be a real LEGO Star Wars set that we're going to be getting in summer of next year. This guy was pretty reliable, and everyone originally did doubt this person on the Jabba's Palace set. And he was very confident on it back then, and I think the same rule applies with this one. I'm sure we're going to get it. I don't think we're getting the purple clone troopers that he claims are in it. I think that was just, you know, you look at the concept art, and you just, you know, I don't know what's going on there, but I'm sure they're not going to be purple unless some sort of Bad Batch characters show up or something. And I'm pretty sure Mace Windu might not show up in it, but, you know, we'll have to wait and see. And again, I have a full theory video on that. It has 10,000 views. Go watch it. John Doe asks, hey, twice in a row. Thanks for answering a question again. We'll make it a third time because you're awesome, man. And he was also sure to check out Brix Films. Great guy. Now, what is your overall opinion on the new LEGO Star Wars sets for 2022? What sets would you have rather seen? Now, you guys know what sets I could rather seen. And if you guys want to see which sets I would have rather seen, go to my LEGO Star Wars 22 set ideas video. It's like one of the most popular videos on the channel because I don't want to get into that. Obviously, there's a billion things I would have liked to see, mainly the battle pack not being a Hoth battle pack. But overall, I think it's kind of a mixed bag. You do get a lot of good stuff later on, like the first January sets. We're getting 4 sets in January. I think they're okay. They're all Hoth themed, so that's like a big Hoth wave with the ATSD, which is alright. We're getting the battle packs, which are great. The minifigure packs are what really excite me, and I feel like set it apart. So like, I'm just basically cashing in on and hoping those are like the pinnacle of all LEGO Star Wars, those minifigure packs, because I'm hoping they're going to be great. I'm setting a high bar. I know. I had a set ideas video yesterday. Most of it's unrealistic, but yeah. But I think it's kind of a mixed bag would be my rule. I like the Book of Boba Fett sets. I don't know exactly what they're going to be, but I'm sure I'll like them. And in terms of, you know, the original trilogy stuff, LEGO needs to chill on those. In terms of 18+ sets, I'd love to see some non-original trilogy stuff. They've literally milked every single scene now from the movies. I went through and did an entire set ideas video, and the only ones they don't do are more obscure ships, like the Admiral Akbar's Home 1 or the Nebulon B, which they even did in a micro form. They've done literally everything. The Home 1, Yavin, and the GR-75 transport are the only things they have not done from the original trilogy, once they do those, they have no excuse to start not doing other things. Like, it's ridiculous at this point with all the remakes. And yeah, again, that's my real conclusion. I'm tired of the remakes. Please start doing some new stuff. That's all. Now, next up, we have questions from the Unbrickables. Ask the stud, should I buy older retired sets or used and sealed? I try to buy sealed, but can't always pay high prices compared to used complete sets. Now, I'll tell you what I try to do, and then I'll give some advice. What I like to do as a person who does reviews on the channel, whenever I buy something, I want to make sure it has all the elements to the set. So what I like to do is I like to buy, obviously the build and the figures, those are a must. And then I also like to see if I could get the instructions and the box, if possible. I mean, really mainly the box. I don't care as much about the instructions. But I do like to have the box art and show that in reviews. So that is a big thing. So if you can get all the parts to a set, but it's just sealed, absolutely do that. I'd even, if you plan on opening it, I just recommend doing that to begin with because you're going to save money on that. Buying sealed sets is tough because they're all very expensive, especially the sets that were cheaper back in the day, like battle packs. Those guys are pricey. If you want a sealed battle pack from 2012, that is going to set you back at minimum $75. And I was just looking at prices on eBay the other day. If you want a Clone Walker battle pack, I thought those were going for $50, $60 still. No, those things are going for at minimum $90 on eBay, which kind of boggles my mind. So yeah, I'd absolutely say go and buy them opened if you plan on opening it anyway. That makes a ton of sense. And if you want all the parts, if you're not a box person or you don't care much about the instructions and you get them online, do that. It'll save you money, which you could put into other Lego sets that are much better. So that is my personal suggestion to you. Just get them used with all the parts. Makes a ton of sense to me. And with that said, let's move into the next one. Next up, we have a question from Impster Builds. Do you think someday you'll collaborate with M&R Productions? That would be so epic. Love the content, bro. Keep it up. Now, I would love to work with M&R Productions. I think he has a great channel. I really respect what he does. I've messaged him a few times. He's a nice fellow. But yeah, if you guys want, just shoot him a DM, said, hey, Republic Studs would love to, do a collab with you or a podcast episode. Be happy to talk to him. He seems like a great guy. With that said, let's move into the next question. Now, finally, we have another question from the Looney Tunes Lego Show. Hi, Republic Studs. Have you seen the new Muppets Haunted Mansion? Now, you guys know I like to answer Muppet questions because I love the Muppet. But yes, I have. This is actually a new little show they had on Disney+. I'd argue it's some of the best Muppet content that has come out since 2014, which is a long time. No, but yeah, it was great. It was follow Gonzo going around the Haunted Mansion. I obviously love Disney World and I love the Muppets, so having those two come together was pretty great. They nailed that. It felt really nice and fresh and new. And I think it would be something Jim Henson would be proud of, and, I think they did a good job with it. So, good job, Muppet guys. I actually talked to one of the guys who wrote for it, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so with that said, that was this episode of Ask the Stud. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. If you would like to support the channel, remember to hit all those buttons down below. I know most of you who are still here are probably already subscribed, so, just the like button would be appreciated. Maybe even comment for the next episode. With that said, I will see you guys all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.